Hey guys, and welcome on in to another episode of Getting Wild and Flying High, free NHL and MLB picks. I am Terry, ready to break down the Sunday slate. I'm hoping that the Sunday slate goes kind of like the Saturday slate. Overall, a great day for me. Florida money line still in play, uh, and my exclusive premium play up on the site, which is the Boston Red Sox, is also to be determined. But already 2-0 in premium plays on the day. A lot of player props have went well. Overall, a great winning day. Still looking to keep it going here, and we will start with going into the NHL to talk about this meeting here between Dallas Stars and the Vegas Golden Knights in the second game of this series. Um, Vegas coming out on top in game one. I was on the draw. I was on Vegas money line. So 3-2 Vegas going into the third period, or going into the last few minutes of the third period, and Dallas tied it. And I had such mixed feelings about that. Um, I can cash my draw now, but there's the chance that Dallas could take the lead and really screw me over. But it went to overtime, got my draw plus 340, and then Vegas won. So I got Vegas money line. Vegas props didn't do too well in game one, but Rope Hintz continued his goal scoring streak, and I cashed with a plus 190 there, plus 165 for Rope Hintz to score in this game. I'm going to go right back to it here, uh, backing Rope Hintz. For Vegas, Eichel assist, which he's done in 5 of his last 8. Marchessault point, 3 of his last 5. Um, Not sure if I'm going to play the Marchessault point or not. I'm hoping I can get better than minus 130. I'd like to get minus 125 for that. If not, it might be more of a parlay piece type thing for me. But I do like Jack Eichel to get an assist here. I do like the Rope Hintz goal. I'll be on both of those. Um, I'm taking Vegas money line once again. I really like what I saw from them in the first game, the first series, or first game of the series, and the total. I was so torn in the total because both of these teams have been going over like crazy. Dallas over 5.5 in 9 of their 14 playoff games. Vegas over 5.5 now in 10 of their 12 playoff games. This total should not be 5.5. The issue is that these past meetings between these teams have gone under 5.5, 10 of the last 12. And it was looking like it was going to be an under in game one of the series until Dallas tied it. And it went to overtime. Uh, I'm really going crazy in this game. I'm taking Vegas on the money line. I'm going right back to the draw once again. I'm taking the over 5.5. Basically, I want to see a repeat of game one. I want to see a 3-3 overtime game with Vegas finishing out on top, and it will be a great betting day for me. Yes, we could definitely see something different. 7 of the last 10 meetings between these teams have gone to overtime. These teams are both playing over hockey right now, and I like the over 5.5. Vegas on the money line, the draw in this game, Rope Hintz to score, and Eichel to get an assist here in this one. Let me bring up the MLB here, and we will switch over to MLB, and we'll discuss the first game here between the New York Yankees and the Cincinnati Reds. Severino will be making his season debut here for the New York Yankees. Hunter Green on the mound for Cincinnati. Green, in 2 of his last 3 starts, he's given up 5 and 6 earned runs. He's given up home runs in each of his last 3 starts, 5 home runs in total over his last 3 starts, 5 walks in that middle game where he didn't give up too many runs, actually, only 2 earned runs, striking guys out here. For me, no side or total play here in this game. Let me look at the odds here. Yankees are, I believe, minus 147 favorites are the best odds you can get for the Yankees. So not something I would play here on the money line for them unless it was a parlay piece. But I like Aaron Judge, Anthony Rizzo, Both players hitting well recently. The last 7 days average numbers, um, I've noticed an error in them, and I get them from ESPN. So I've noticed an error with Corey Seager's numbers. So I'm not sure exactly if they're updated right away or not. So kind of do with what you will with the numbers. They might be a little bit inaccurate, not including 1 day stats. But Judge and Rizzo both hit the ball well on Saturday night here. I'm going back to both of them. Matt McLean did not get a hit, I believe, here um, on Friday night, but I will be taking him. No, Saturday night, sorry. I will be taking him here as well as Jake Fraley, who has been Cincinnati's most hottest player recently. 368 last 7 days and 317 against right-handed pitchers. That's how I'm going to deal with this game. Moving on along to our second game here between the Diamondbacks and the Pittsburgh Pirates. Diamondbacks pitching advantage with Merrill Kelly on the mound, hitting advantage, fourth best team against OPS against right-handed pitchers, um, and they've just been the better team as of recently. Let me get this up here. Do this here. So it's a little bit more full screen. There we go. For Pittsburgh, no props really stand out for me at this moment. Um, the the link to the spreadsheet is in the description of this video. I am aware that there was an error, so it was tough for people to see it um, previously to today, but I fixed that and made it public so everyone can see the spreadsheet now. The link is in the description below. I will be adding players and subtracting players depending on if they are confirmed in the lineup and or if things change. So definitely check the spreadsheet tomorrow because there'll likely be changes from what you're watching now. So before you make your bets, make sure to check out the spreadsheet here. Nobody for Pittsburgh right now. Emmanuel Rivera over 300 in both categories. That's kind of how I like to do things here with player props. I want them hitting well the last 7 days, well against righty or lefty, depending on what they're facing, and preferably well against the pitcher they're facing. Ketel Marte, 667, he's 2 for 3 against Contreras. Lourdes Gurriel, 1 for 3, hitting 333. Those are the three players I'm targeting here for Arizona. Nobody for Pittsburgh at the moment. Brian Reynolds would be my closest, but currently no plans on taking him here against Merrill Kelly, who has been giving up. Both of these pitchers have given up at least one home run in each of their last 3 starts. Both pitchers are walking guys, so something to keep an eye on here. Potentially, I could be adding some home run props. May take a look at Lourdes Gurriel. I know he's been hitting the ball well lately, and Contreras has been, like Kelly, giving up at least one home run in each of his last 3 starts here. Moving on along to our next game, and I guess I should have mentioned my full game pick, and that will scroll our way back here. Um, Arizona money line. I did pull the trigger here on Arizona money line at a good price, minus 119. I think they are the better team here. Pitching advantage, hitting advantage. Overall, I like Arizona, so they are a money line play for me here in this one. Next up, Cubs and Philadelphia Phillies. I cashed the over Thursday night, or sorry, Friday night and Saturday night or Saturday afternoon in the meetings between these teams. Both 8.5 overs. Now we're getting Steele against Walker here. Cubs have the hitting advantage. Cubs have the pitching advantage. Steele was pretty much perfect in most of his starts until the last 2 starts here, going 6 innings, 3 earned runs, 5 earned runs. He's walking some guys, no home runs, but he's walking some guys, giving up some earned runs here. Walker on the other side, I added that fourth game in there because he did get really roughed up. 8 earned runs, had a good game, 3 earned runs, 4 earned runs. Overall, he's got lit up for most of the season here. Ninth OPS here for the Cubs. They have the hitting advantage. They just got smashed here in the second game. Game one went to the Cubs. Game two went to the Phillies. And I'm tempted here to take the Cubs plus money. I've not pulled the trigger yet, but um, most likely I'll be adding the Chicago Cubs here at plus money. Um, Pitching advantage, hitting advantage, plus money here. I like them to bounce back after getting embarrassed yesterday. For the Cubs, Nico Horner, Christopher Morel, both pitchers I'm targeting, or both players I'm targeting here. And for the Phillies, Bryson Stott, who has hit lefties really well uh, for me in this one. I don't know what I just did there. Oops, but oh well. I'll fix that after. Actually, control Z. And that should fix that. Going into this next game here, Seattle Mariners and the Atlanta Braves. Kirby against Schuster. Um, Hitting advantage with the Braves, pitching advantage with the Mariners. And when it comes to side or total here, I'm staying off. I could see Seattle leading early on. May look at Seattle first five, plus money here. Um, I believe it was plus money. Let me pull that up actually. Let's see here. Or is it Cubs first five? Yeah, see it minus 102 for the full game here. Let me bring up first five. Um, yeah, you can get plus 100, bet 365 for the Braves, or sorry, for the Seattle Mariners in the first five. That's where I'd go in this game. Not full game. I can see the Braves coming back, but I do like, you know what, I'm going to Seattle first five money line, and I'm going to add the Cubs first five money line as well. So Cubs and Seattle both first five money lines. I'll be adding here. I'm going to take them full game, but I'll take the first five, backing the better pitcher here. Player props: Cal Raleigh for Seattle Mariners, Ronald Acuna Jr. for the Atlanta Braves in this one. To our next game here, Detroit Tigers and Washington Nationals. Of course, I take Washington in game one. They lose. I don't take either team in game two, and Washington comes back and wins. Now we're here in game three. I hope I'm not making a mistake here, but I'm taking the Washington Nationals. One, they have the pitching advantage with Ozzie Gray. They have the hitting advantage, seventh best OPS against lefties. Detroit is dead last against righties. Gray has been pitching pretty well overall. Wentz, not so much. 5 earned runs, 2 earned runs, 3 earned runs in his last three starts. Getting Washington a good price, minus 110 here. I'm going to take them, hoping that this is not a mistake here again. But they have the pitching and hitting advantage here. They're at home. I'll take the Nationals here. In this one, no Detroit players for me at this moment. Dominic Smith, the Washington National that I'm going to be targeting in this game. Baltimore and Toronto. To start off with, kind of to talk about Saturday night's game. Um, as a Jays fan, when Baltimore tied up the game at 5-5 with a 3-run home run, um, it sucked. But the over 9 was one of my premium plays up on the site. Was one of my plays that I bet, obviously, and it would not have cashed most likely without that. Obviously, that 3-run homer cashed it. So I cashed the bet and I was happy. But as Baltimore tied up that game, I just thought, oh, this is not good for the Jays. And I want to reiterate, I'm not worried about the Toronto Blue Jays. They're losing games right now. They're going through a skid. But if there's ever a time to go through a skid, I know they're facing divisional opponents right at this moment, but they're in a tough schedule, facing a lot of good teams. The Blue Jays, they have a very tough schedule right now. If they're going to lose some games, I'd rather it be against the good teams. Get right for when you have all those good, easier games to win, and that will happen in the future. To this game, I cannot whatsoever recommend anyone to take the Toronto Blue Jays. Toronto is minus 185 in this game, minus 200 in some spots. Baltimore is plus 150 to plus 170. Baltimore plus 1.5 is minus 115. Um, I feel like the Jays are going to turn things around. I feel like the Jays are going to do their best to make sure they don't get swept here by the Baltimore Orioles. But Dean Kramer, 4.94 ERA on the year. If you just look at that, uh, then you're going to miss out the fact that you want to look more at the 5-1. Over his last three starts, he's given up 4 earned runs total in those three starts, 1 home run, a few walks, not a lot of strikeouts, but overall he's pitched well. Gosman, um, he's pitched really well for the most part, or he's got it absolutely lit up. Looking at this Baltimore lineup, a lot of the players in this Baltimore lineup have had success against Gosman, um, but a lot of the Blue Jay players have had success against Kramer as well. I'm really sad that San Diego Espinal got hurt in today's game because not only was he 3 for 3 tonight, but he, I believe, is 6 for 7 or 5 for 7 against Dean Kramer. It would have been awesome to have him in the lineup, but he definitely got injured in Saturday night's game. Kevin Kiermaier, though, 533 last 7 days, 337 against righties, 2 for 4 against Dean Kramer. Danny Jansen, 320 the last 7 days, hitting home runs, 208 overall in the season against righties, but he's 2 for 3 against Dean Kramer. Vladimir Guerrero Jr., 6 for 16, hitting 375 against Dean Kramer, 316 the last 7 days, 293 against righties. My way of backing the Jays without actually backing the Jays is taking these three guys player props. I'll be focusing on them here. I did add the Blue Jays team total over 4.5 at minus 125, close to about 20 minutes before game time. After seeing that they had the players only meeting about hitting, and I really expected them to have a better game, and they did. I cashed that play. But in this one here against Dean Kramer, it would be Baltimore or nothing for me overall. When it comes to side or total, I'm choosing nothing because I really do believe that the Jays um, won't get swept. I believe that they'll come out here and win this game, but I can't bet it. They're priced incorrectly in this game. Um, Baltimore is a better team right now. They definitely slight hitting advantage here. 7.39 to 7.31. So very, very, very slight hitting advantage, but they're the better team right now, and I can't possibly lay this price with Toronto the way they're playing right now. Milwaukee Brewers, Tampa Bay Rays. No pitcher announced for Tampa Bay as of yet. Peralta for the Brewers got lit up in his last start against St. Louis. 5 innings, 6 earned runs, 1 home run, 6 walks. So that was not a good start for him. Now he gets to face the number one team against right-handed pitchers in baseball. No side or total play for me here without knowing who's going to be on the mound for Tampa Bay. If Tampa Bay is smart, they'll put in a lefty. Um, Milwaukee dead last against left-handed pitchers. 16th against righties. So they're a bit better against righties, but Milwaukee not a good hitting team overall. Owen Miller, though, 409 the last 7 days, hits lefties, righties pretty much even. So overall, he's just hitting the ball well. He will be a player I'll be targeting if he's in the lineup for Milwaukee, but everyone else is a pass for me. Yandy Diaz, Harold Ramirez, both for the Tampa Bay Rays, are the two players I'll be targeting for Tampa Bay here against Peralta. Moving on along to Oakland Athletics and Houston Astros here. I am tempted to take the over. I am really, really tempted to take the over. I believe it's at 8.5 here. I know Valdez is on the mound, coming off one of his worst starts of the year. 4 innings, 4 earned runs, 1 home run, 2 walks, 8 strikeouts. He's striking guys out. Most likely, I will be on his strikeout prop for Valdez. even though I do expect him to get hit here a bit. Oakland, the ninth best team against left-handed pitchers. So I expect Oakland to put up some runs. Caprillion, not too bad in his last three starts. Of course, two were he didn't last even an inning in the one, went one inning in the other. But in his last game, 7 innings, 3 earned runs, 1 home run, 2 walks, 7 strikeouts. Not too bad of a game. Houston not hitting well against righties. Oakland with the clear hitting advantage. However, Houston seems to be hitting well in the last 7 days. So that's why I'm tempted to take the over here. As of now, nothing side or total wise. Jace Peterson for Oakland, hitting well last 7 days and against lefties. Sorry, Kyle Tucker and Jake Mayers for Houston Astros are players that I'm looking at for Houston. Kansas City Royals and the Chicago White Sox. When it comes to player props, Salvador Perez had him for a home run. He was one of the 4 players I targeted between Kansas City and Chicago White Sox today. Perez and Prado, I had both of them to get hits. Both of them got hits. For White Sox, I had Berger and Moncada. All 4 players got a hit. Had them in the same game parlay. So that was one of the nice cashes for me today. And I'm going right back to Perez and Prado here. Both have hit well against Lance Lynn. Perez 308 in 26 at bats. Nick Prado 6 for 11, hitting 546 against Lance Lynn. I like both of them to get hits here against Lynn. Nobody right now for the White Sox, as I don't know who's pitching for Kansas City. Check back on the spreadsheet. Link is in the description below. Check back tomorrow. Most likely there'll be a player or two for the White Sox. Next up, LA Dodgers and St. Louis Cardinals here. Don't have a whole lot for this game. As of right now, these teams are still playing right now. But Nolan Arenado for the Cardinals, Freddie Freeman for the Dodgers, both hitting well last 7 days against righty lefties, and both hitting the pitchers they're facing well. Nolan Arenado, 21 for 70 against Kershaw, hitting 300. Freddie Freeman, 6 for 16 against Flaherty, hitting 375. Those are the 2 players I'm taking. No side or total here in this game for me at the moment. Colorado Rockies, Texas Rangers, Seabold against Heaney. Lean with the over here in this one. I don't really like to back Texas when Heaney is on the mound, but they have the hitting advantage. I think slight pitching advantage as well, but I'm not getting involved here in this game. Charlie Blackmon, 5 for 9 against Heaney. I'll take him for a hit here. Corey Seager, Marcus Simeon, both hit righties really well. Both had great games Saturday night. Corey Seager is where I noticed the error with ESPN, as he went 3 for 4 today, but it says he has 1 hit over the last 7 days. So there is definitely an error with the ESPN player hits, but it's all good. Most likely I'll get the odds in here for tomorrow. But Seager and Simeon, both players I'm taking. Same with Blackmon here. Lean with the over in this game, but no official play as of right now. Miami Marlins and San Francisco Giants. This is my picks and parlays exclusive play of the day. You can get my pick in this game up on the site in my 5-game package. Use code MLB to get 20% off. The link is in the description below. In this one, 2 player props I'm looking at for Miami: Brian De La Cruz and Nick Fortes. Nobody for San Francisco as of yet. Here are the stats for the game. Yes, picks and parlays exclusive play of the day in this game. Moving on to Minnesota Twins and the LA Angels. Another game where I'm really tempted to take the over. Yes, you see Pablo Lopez and Shohei Ohtani, and just those 2 names together from what they've done in previous years. You think this might be a good underspot. Looking at what these pitchers have done lately, Lopez was getting roughed up for a while. Had a few good starts in a row, but not in his last start. 4 innings, 5 earned runs, 3 home runs. He's given up a home run in each of his last 3 starts. No walks, 4 strikeouts. Otani, great start to the season, but he's got lit up consistently in his last few starts. 5 to 7 innings, giving up 3 to 5 earned runs, 1, 2, and 3 home runs, at least 2 walks. Getting strikeouts in the last couple games, not so much in his last game, but Otani kind of falling off here. Minnesota, a team that strikes out a lot, so most likely Otani strikeout prop will be the way to go. Mickey Moniak not in the lineup for Saturday night's game, but if he's in the lineup for Sunday's game, I will be taking him here for the Angels. Nobody from Minnesota right now. No side or total play for me, but as I said, very tempted to take the over here. I may actually look at the first 5 over and take a look there in that one. Boston Red Sox, San Diego Padres here. I backed the Boston Red Sox on Friday night. I backed the Boston Red Sox Saturday night. We'll see how that goes, to be determined. But when it comes to game 3 here of this series, Kluber against Waka. Waka's been great in his last 3 starts, going 6, 6, and 7 innings, giving up 1 earned run total in those 3 starts. No home runs, 2 to 3 walks, 11 strikeouts in his last game. He has been pitching really well. Boston, the clear hitting advantage, number 2 against righties. San Diego, 24th. Kluber, though, 3 to 4 earned runs per start, at least 1 home run in every start in his last 3 starts. Going 5 innings. I'm torn here because Boston has the hitting advantage, but Padres have the pitching advantage. Padres haven't been hitting well lately, but if they're going to, this is a good game for them to hit. But ultimately, it's a pass for me. Cleveland Guardians, New York Mets, game 1. No play for me here. I don't know who's pitching for the Mets. Most likely, I'm going to be passing game 1 and game 2. Here are the stats for BB. Basically, that's it for game 1 and game 2. Here are basically the stats for Bieber. Cleveland, 28th against righties, 29th against lefties, both around 650 OPS. That's really bad. Cleveland doesn't really hit anybody. And that's basically all I have to say about that. That is today's show. As I said, the link to the spreadsheet is in the description of this video. Everything should be working fine now. If there is any issues, leave a comment on the YouTube channel, and I'll make sure to check it out. But check the spreadsheet for updated player props and updated stats. If you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button. If you like the content, hit the like button. Appreciate all the support. And I'll be back Monday. Normal live show, even though it's a holiday here. I'll still do the normal live show at the normal live time. Best of luck to everybody on your bets on Sunday, and let's all make some money. Hoping for another good night on, or a good day on Sunday. Best of luck, everybody. Have a good one.